everyone, I'm Chelsea, Jess's operations manager, and I've been tasked with doing a little intro or beginner's guide to Instagram for your business. So I run our Instagram account as part of my role at JBrand, and Jess still does the commenting and the captioning. So if you need any insight on how to caption, talk to her. If you engage with anybody, you're probably talking to her anyways. But I handle all of kind of like the behind the scenes. So I would deal with our scheduling of posts, styling, creating how our grid looks. And I end up taking some of our pictures, but we're also have photographers and we pull some of y'all's pictures as well. So I wanted to give a resource for those of you that may not currently utilize Instagram for your lash business while we've all got this time at home. So maybe it's something that you thought would be something you should start. I would definitely encourage you to start it, and hopefully this will be a little quick start, easy information on how to do that. What you can do with Instagram is you can find up ways to match yourself up to who you would like to lash. So you start putting out pictures, you start promoting what you are good at and what you like to do, and people who want that are going to end up finding you. So it's really a way to kind of end up being able to do what you love and you're good at, and you're able to show that. So I would just say consider that. It can really help you show your skills and to really promote what you want to do and to help prove yourself as an artist to be able to charge what you really are worth. So instead of having all of this incredible work you do, but then it walks out your door and you never able to show anybody, you're able to really document it so that future people that would be interested can see what you've got to show for yourself. So I would just say that quick plug for putting your time into it and your efforts into really like building that as a marketing tool. First things first. If we're going to start using Instagram to promote our business, then we need to use it for our business, meaning you're going to need to separate your personal page from a business page. Instagram has both options, and it has a few options in between, but the business is super easy to use. So I would say first things first would be go ahead and separate the two. Some people that you lash might be interested in your personal life as well, but we want to really harness the power it has as marketing to really promote you as a lash artist. So if you don't currently have them separate, I would go ahead and do that first. So now that you have a business page, you're going to work on your username or handle, your profile picture, your bio, and then we're going to talk about your grid. So first things is your handle. It's what comes after the @ sign. So for us, it's JBrand Beauty. So at JBrand Beauty, that's our handle. So we want our handle to be as easy to recite and to remember as possible. It's a little bit difficult within the lash world because so many people have lashes by, lashed by, lashing, some variation on the word lash in their username or handle. And so we want to get creative around that. I would say if you have a business that you're registered under, use that if you're able to, or get creative with it. Basically, however you brand yourself, try to stick as close to that as possible. The only thing I would say avoid is you don't want to have a lot of letters in a row, weird spellings on normal words. You don't want to do a lot of symbols that are going to be hard to remember, like 3 underscores. Make it as simple to remember. So if I met one of you on the street and I thought, hey, I want to get my lashes done, what's your Instagram? You could easily tell me, and then I could, when I get home, remember that and look you up and find you. So the main point there is just make yourself easy to find and to remember. All right, the next thing is your bio. Your bio is like your elevator speech. It is your quick shot at grabbing someone's attention. Most people will look at a feed and decide within the first few seconds if they're gonna follow or not. And that usually depends on if it looks like you put effort into it, is kind of how I like to say it. Basically, is it styled? Does it look like you care? Are you clear, concise? Do you look like somebody who has something to offer them? So your bio is like your few seconds of getting them the information they need. So that being said, in your bio, we want to have either the name of your business or your name, whichever you go by. You can do both. If you have a business name, you want to put your name under it, that's fine, no problem. You're going to want to put your services that you offer. So we've already separated your personal page from this. Say you're not going to have like loves to lash, loves ice cream, loves dogs. It's going to be professional. You can sometimes play around with it depending on your personality. You always want this to reflect you. So figure out how to reflect yourself, but make it clear. So list whatever services you offer, either bullet point them or in a row, however, but make it easy for someone to come to your page and know what you do. And then list your location. So as a lash artist, you depend on people close to you. Until you're far, far advanced and maybe traveling for trainings or something like that, you are dependent on the community of people around you who can get to you to be lashed. So I cannot stress enough how important it is to put your location there. If you lash from home, just put your city. That's okay. We basically want someone to see your account and think, hey, that's close to me. I might be interested in reaching out. If you don't have that there, you've already lost so many people who don't want to even take that step. Whereas maybe somebody that's looking sees that, at least it piques their interest. So please put your location of some sort. If you're in a salon, obviously put the exact address where people can find you. But if nothing else, give a general location. As a business account, Instagram gives you the option for a website link. So if you happen to have a website, go ahead and link that right there. That way they can click on it. If not, if you have a booking service, link to that right there. Front page in your bio, they can see right how to get in touch with you and how to book a service with you. And that right there will give so many people the option. Again, it's all about making you attainable. It's all about making you reachable. So they see that you're somewhere they are. They see that you have a service they want. They see how to book. It's already like you're handing them the steps. So make sure to put that link there if you have something that you can link them to. Okay, and last thing, your profile picture. In keeping with everything else, we want your profile picture to make you easily identifiable, where you look like a professional. So if you have a logo with your business that you go by, put that there. That way it's more recognition of who you are. They're gonna see your logo there. They're gonna see it if they come to your salon, if you have a business card, whatever, you name it. They're gonna see your logo. If you don't have that, that's totally fine. You can put either like a headshot of yourself. You can get creative with this, but I would say rule of thumb is make it very clear of who you are. It's a lot of times difficult to put like someone lashing as a profile picture because it's going to be further back. It's going to be hard to tell what you're doing. You're not clear. So I would say try to steer towards the safe side of either your name or a picture of your face so they recognize who you are. Again, just try and keep rule of thumb. Keep it clean, keep it concise, make it easy to know who you are. All right, so far we've kind of got our Instagram set up. So at this point, let's say that you just created it and you have a blank grid, which is where the pictures go. Or let's say you already had that, maybe you've tweaked it a little and now you're looking for how to go from here. So at this point, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about how to style your Instagram. And so we're gonna get into a little bit more of ways to make that easier. Everything I'm going to say, I would take with a grain of salt because this is it boils down so much to personal preference. Style is always personal and we want your Instagram to reflect you. So some artists are gonna be very, very on the like, their grid is, or their feed is gonna look so like professional, editorial, black and white, super that way. And then you may have the next person that's just all about fun and they're spunky and they love bright colors and that's them. It's all okay. It just needs to reflect who you are and it needs to look intentional and like you care about it as a tool for your business. So again, everything I'm going to suggest is either what we do at J Brand or just guidelines on how to help you figure out what you do like. So process everything from here on out into how you work, how you put yourself into your business, and it will go well from you for there. So first thing on your grid. Your grid is where your pictures go. So you usually see about the top 9 and you've already had the chance up in your bio to give them like verbally what you do and who you are. Now this is your chance to show them. This is like your portfolio of work. So really treat it and respect it as such. It's not, you don't want to reflect poorly on yourself here. So keep in mind that this is your visual portfolio for anybody interested in coming back to you, coming to you for the first time, or any opportunity that might come your way. This is what they're gonna see as a representation of your work. Pick something that is doable for you for posting. So if you can commit to posting once a day, commit to it. If it's every other, commit to it. Consistency is key here. Instagram has it's got like an algorithm now, which I'm sure most of us know, but it's not going to show up on everyone that follows you. So really it kind of reads how often and how consistent you are. And so there is a lot more we can dig into here, which we're probably going to do on a different video sometime. But for starters, let's just say consistency. If it's, again, pick a schedule that works for you. I would say the more you can do it, probably the quicker you're going to see your growth. Also, the more you will retain your followers. But whatever it might be that works for you, pick that and just commit to that for yourself. One trick for posting consistently is to get a scheduling app. There's a ton out there. I would say find one that works for you. Find one that lets you move around your pictures on your grid. It will have you upload photos into the app, but it's gonna let you switch them around so you can see what looks good next to each other. But find an app that does that. It will let you set reminders on when to post. You can go ahead and create your captions ahead of time in there. So just find an app that looks user-friendly for how your brain works. It can be any. If you go to like an app store or something, there's gonna be lots of options. But find one on there and then start to upload photos into it. And that way you're never caught without something to post. And then again, if you've decided on every day, just stay a few days out. If it works better for you to stay a week out, 2 weeks out, 3 days out, however works for you, just figure out that flow. At JBrands, I usually stay about a week out. So for us, we post about 1 to 2 times a day. So I keep anywhere from like 8 to 15 pictures ready to go. And that works for us. It helps us stay relevant. It helps me stay in touch with Jess on what she might want to touch on, if we are restocking something, if we're launching something, if something's going on. But it also helps me stay far enough out that she's always got something ready to go, and I can kind of get into a rhythm as far as like how it's going to look. That way it always flows. It's not like I'm left one day with a picture that just doesn't work. I can kind of always plan ahead. So find an app that works for you, find a schedule that works for you, and then start to play around with that so you're always prepared for that next post. One other thing real quick on using Instagram, once you start to post, don't think you're ever above replying to people. You always want to get back if somebody gives you a compliment. Even if you just like that compliment, you don't have to give like a lengthy answer to everything. I know that can get time consuming, but just even like it or a thank you, it goes a long ways for keeping people, or for people that are looking to book with you, getting to see your personality and getting to see who you are and how you are as a business owner. So don't ever think you're above that. That's a great way to really kind of take care of your following and hold on to them. So finally, let's talk about how to actually style your Instagram. This can be incredibly overwhelming for some people. I hope it's not for you. This is really fun for me, but if it is, then I'm gonna give you a few suggestions on how to do that. So the first thing is I would say download one or more apps that will filter your pictures. It doesn't have to be technically a preset on it, but something that lets you play around with the brightness, exposure, shadows, sharpness, contrast, those types of things. And then if it has filters that you like, even easier, but find an app that you can filter your photos with. So as you start to take and collect these pictures, you're gonna want your feed to look cohesive, and this is a really easy way to do it. You might be thinking, okay, I've got an app here that lets me filter pictures, but how do I know what filters to use? Or how do I know what to do to these pictures? So at that point, let's take a step back and figure out your style. The easiest way to do this is go on Instagram or Pinterest, some sort of visual platform, and start to screenshot people's that you like. And just go through and start to take, I just usually suggest to people I'm helping take screenshots, and then start to like figure out what it is that you like. And usually when people come back to me with these screenshots, it's pretty clear. So it'll be either like a very like white with like kind of a little bit of black accent, and you're like, oh, that's what you like. Or people come back with just tons of things going on, tons of color, and you kind of see, all right, you like the fun, more colorful, less like real like curated look. You like more of the like spontaneous, but it still flows. So start to like, either if it's a picture you like, a grid you like, inspo pictures, start to like accumulate that. You can create like a Pinterest board that has all of that on there. You can do it in your camera roll on your phone, whatever's easiest for you. But start to kind of like do a little bit of research into yourself as far as what you like and would like to portray. The more you like it, the easier it's going to be to keep up. Don't try to be somebody else, because it's not going to really work for you, and you're going to get frustrated constantly looking at what that person does. Try to take what other people do that you like and then emulate that. So like I said, the more you like it, the easier it's going to be for you to do. And then the more you kind of hone in on your style and your aesthetic, it's going to be more across your board. You're going to end up branding that look. You're going to end up styling your studio that way. So it's going to be more natural across the board. So don't try and force it. Be authentic. Find something that you like and that works for you. let's start with 9 pictures. Take those 9 pictures and start to put them into whatever app you've chosen and start to kind of do a similar filter to all of them. And then put them into your scheduling app that you now have and start to play around with them. And you're gonna see your feed kind of come to life. You're gonna see your work. It's gonna all get tied in through that same filter. When you start to do that, I think you'll be surprised at how quickly it looks really nice. A few things on the filtering is if you wanna go really heavy on it, go for it. Who cares? It's totally what you like. My personal one, in the past, I've done very like heavy filters. I'm really into like the moody filters right now. Some people like it where it looks like raw and natural. It is totally up to you. Again, do what you like because that is you as an artist coming through your page. So there's no right or wrong here. So let's just say you're gonna go with like a preset filter. Apply that to all of yours and then look at them again and see, like, maybe one's gonna be like, oh, that's just way too dark. The others all look good. Well, then maybe find like another filter that kind of works with it or brighten it, tweak them so they all look good. And this gets a lot easier the more you do it. So the more you play with them, the easier it gets. For JBrand, I actually have 2 different filters that I use for almost every photo. And at this point, I kind of know, like, when I put it on there, if I need to brighten it, if I need to up the exposure, make more contrast, more shadows. We like to apply grain. That's like our signature look for most of our photos. So kind of play with them, find what you like, look back at your vision board and see how it's all coming together. But again, there's no right or wrong for the style here. Just find something that makes all of your pictures flow together. Now that your pictures are all edited, we're going to talk about how to arrange them. Again, this is all under the category of style, so all under the category of it's your personal preference. But a few suggestions and pointers are maybe have like a rhythm or a flow to how you post certain pictures. So let's say as an artist, when your client is done, you take a picture of an eye, their eye, take that close-up shot and maybe have like 1 eye for every 9. Maybe have 2 eyes for every 9. Maybe you have an eye per row. You could even post different angles of the same person. If there's like a client that you love your work on, take different angles of it before they leave. Take one straight on, take one from the side, like work with that and reuse that to really show off your work. Maybe you want a full face shot, maybe you want pictures of just the eye. Put yourself on your grid. People love seeing people. So put pictures of yourself. If it's lashing, if it's just a selfie, put yourself up there. Pictures of your space, pictures of your tools. These are all really good things that people are going to see. So start to think about, like, okay, if you've got 9 photos, 9 like pictures on your grid, maybe you're going to decide one of you, 2 pictures of eyes, a picture of your space, a picture of your tools, a picture of like somebody you've done that sent you a cute selfie and it looks nice. Maybe like a vibe picture for kind of like what you want your brand to like express. Go for a landscape vibe and it's a picture you took, or a fashion style. Figure out how many of those you want and start to try to like create some grids that go together. So that's about it. That's about the start of how to use Instagram as a business page to promote yourself as a lash artist. There's so much more you can always dive into. We're hoping to do more videos on how to grow your following, how to look at analytics, how to use your camera and take pictures, indoor lighting in your salon, angles, all of that. But hopefully this is a good launching place for a lot of you that might have been intimidated or just have put it off. So definitely take advantage of this time you've got at home to get started on this, or maybe to brush up on it if you've neglected it. And let us know if there's anything else we can do to help you for your feeds. I personally love using Instagram, so reach out, let me know, or let Jess know if there's any specifics we can help you with. And have fun with it. It's an awesome tool, so really have fun with it. Express yourself through it. Let your work show through it. Be proud of your work and see where you need to improve if you're not loving what's going up there. So this is a really cool opportunity to really like invest in yourself and really like show off what you have done and what you create. So like I said, have fun with it. It should be a fun thing to use. And if it's just too overwhelming, reach out for a little more help. We're happy to. We're both at our places, so we're wanting to invest in whatever ways we can, but hopefully this is a good start. So that's it for today. Hope everyone has a good one.